Good morning. It's 7:04 on this Thursday, August 21st. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody. Welcome on a Thursday morning. Glad to have you with us. And, of course, we're glad to be on the air each Thursday for Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road, Lebanon, Tennessee, the dealer that'll trade for anything it don't eat. It's always nice to have Paul Tubbs and Ronnie Kelly with us. Paul Tubbs, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Paul is the dealer operations manager, and Ronnie Kelly accompanies him most Thursdays. Ronnie, community customer relations and in sales for 38 years. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, what's happening?
Got a lot going on. Got a lot of deals on cars. Got a lot of good inventory. New vehicles seem to, there's some vehicles that it's 24s, a little few left over. We got an Edge and some other things that's got some really good rebates plus 0% interest. So we've got a lot of good deals. We've got a lot of our, what I always talk about is them Ford courtesy transportation vehicles. That's, you get the additional funds. That's the ones we put in our loaner program and loan out to people that buy vehicles from Bates Ford. You can come in and buy them. You get the additional loaner funds as long as it stays in. Generally, some of them's got between $1,000 and $1,500. Plus, you get the rebates, and plus you get the incentives like new. So it's just basically you get the warranty of a new vehicle as well. So they extend the warranty for 6 months or 6,000 miles. So rather than being 3 years and 36, it's extended to 42,000 miles, so you get the warranty, plus just like a brand new vehicle, it's just been slightly driven a little bit by our customers.
Well, no doubt customers like the great deals, and Ronnie, I know you go over that, you preach that all the time.
Yeah, so we preach that on those new vehicles, especially F-150s. Also, we have a great selection of pre-owned F-150s. Also, if a new one is a little bit more money and you want to spend, we got several great used F-150s that you can get a great deal on.
Especially the F-150.
Yes.
If they're dealing with you.
Yes.
Well, we kid Ronnie a little bit about that, but you've always praised that vehicle so much and like it, and Paul, you too. But Ronnie's really come down on it for years here, right on the radio.
Yes, it's one of our great sellers, and I've always drove an F-150. And I used to drive a single cab, and then when it came to the crew cab, I got a crew cab because it's got a lot of space, and you can take anybody and go anywhere. All the things that you need to put in that truck, you can take it and have a nice ride.
Yeah. Well, Paul, anything you want to say about the fair? I mean, your presence is there, and Ford is the official whatever of the fair. I don't know.
Yeah, Mid-South Ford dealer sponsors the Wilson County State Fair, and Bates Ford. Tony did some concert stuff again and did some things, so we're part of it, and it's a good thing. And I think everybody gets very excited, and it seems like it's going really well.
Right, and we talk about more than just vehicles, though, and trading for them, and of course the dealer to trade for anything. Don't leave that out. But all the stuff that goes with it, maintenance for your car, and oil changes, and batteries and tires, and even your pickup service.
Yeah, we've got that pickup and delivery. Shelly Billy runs that for me. She does a really good job. We have probably 6 to 8 a day where we can go get customers' vehicles, bring them in. We can service it. You don't have to, you can be at your job and things like that. I always say people used to have to take time out of their schedule to get their vehicle serviced. I can remember over at West Main where we would be backed up to the road, from the service department on Saturday mornings. Now it's not quite that bad of a problem due to the fact that, we can come get your car while you're at work. I had a friend of mine the other day call me and said, hey, can you, and I said, I'll have Shelly put you on the schedule. She'll call you. She went and got their vehicle. We put 4 tires on it, scheduled it for them, went up to the courthouse, got it, brought it back to Bates, put the tires on it, delivered it back, and it's all good. You don't have to worry about taking time out of your schedule. You can work while your vehicle gets serviced, which is a really good thing.
Well, your batteries, and we know, like a lot of other things, the price has increased, but you may have the cheapest battery in town.
Yeah, we do, and the battery through Ford comes with a 3-year free replacement, so it's got the best warranty in the market, and our batteries, generally on most vehicles, $199, $95. Some of them, if it's not a Ford vehicle or it's a gel battery, they're generally more expensive. One of the big things I wanted to discuss is Ford's going to do coming up here towards the holiday, they're going to do a buy 3 get 1 free tire special. So if you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th one for free. So we are doing a lot of tires. We got rebates on tires for up to $100. Some of the tires got rebates up to $150. But if you just call Bates Ford, we got a little tire sales tool on Ford's website. We can look up your size tire and tell you what it is and give you some comparable. Generally Michelin's a little bit the higher brand, but they're probably the best tire in the market, and we've got all different brands. So if you'll call somebody at Bates Ford, we'll certainly do that.
All right. I guess that takes us to almost 10 minutes after the hour here, but a lot going on at the fair, but hopefully a lot going on at 1780 Franklin Road with all the car deals that Ronnie and the sales team are making and all the service work that you do.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. Just give us a call at 615-444-8221, or if you want to get online, look at a vehicle, the easy way to do is go www.tonybatesford.com. You can get on there and look at a vehicle. If you see something you want to come, give one of our friendly salespeople a call, or give Ronnie or somebody a call, and what they'll do is have it pulled out front for you. You can come take a test drive, and we'll see what we can do.
All right. Well, y'all have a great one. We'll do it again next Thursday. Thank you very much. Paul Tubbs and Ronnie Kelly with Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road, the dealer to trade for anything it don't eat. We are about 10 and a half after the hour, and here on this Thursday, my guest is Larry Jones. Larry, good morning.
Morning.
Kristen Rice is now has part of the job that, am I? Okay, and that was Wayne Baines, and she is kind of the one that's going to be providing me a guest for this Thursday for each month for a while, and you are it for today, Larry.
That's right.
Jones.
I'm the lucky one.
Tell us just a little bit about your job with the city.
I am the residential and commercial designer for the gas department. Like, I'll go to the different subdivisions and draw up for the work orders to have the gas run to the houses, or I may come out if you want gas at your house. I'll come out there and give you a price on how much it is to get gas to your house if you don't have it.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this job for about 2 years, but I was a locator before this, and I started years ago in the ditch, just like everybody else, putting in and installing the gas lines.
But ever since you've been with the city, you've been with the gas department?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, anything you did before that you want to tell us about?
I didn't. It wasn't nothing fun. I worked in if I wasn't working at the city, I worked in Nashville at a building products place. So it wasn't nothing too fun, nothing adventurous.
Well, I don't know how many people are in your category, but both you and your wife work for the city
Yes,
of Lebanon.
Yes,
Tanya, being your wife, who was with the Chamber of Commerce and made the move over to the city of Lebanon some time ago now.
Yes.
Now. But she does a great job wherever she is, and I don't know. I know a little bit more about her, honestly, than I do you. Although I think you and myself and your mother were graduated from high school together.
Yes, sir, y'all did.
A few years ago.
Yeah, just
a lot
a few
of years ago. Well, what do we need to talk about this morning? What you do certainly is an important part of the gas department, and I guess getting people off to a good start. Really.
Yes, sir. We have over 300 miles of gas main in Lebanon, with just a little over 13,000 gas customers in the city of Lebanon. So there's a lot of people on natural gas in Lebanon.
Well, it is more of your job with all the building that's been going on. I guess I don't know how much of that would be gas, and it's pretty much up to who makes the final determination as to whether it's gas or electricity, maybe, or other means.
If you are in the city of Lebanon, or you are part on the outskirts, annexed in to Lebanon, you have to have gas available for every house in there. Whether they get it or not, gas has to be available. So we're all the way from Spence Creek subdivision on 109 to the Genesco building to the Rock Quarry to Kontiki. So everybody in that area has got gas available.
Okay, well, I don't guess I've been exactly made aware of that. So if it's available, then it's up to the people.
It's up to the contractors whether they put it in the house or not. So, yes.
Okay.
Yes, but we have to run a main. We have to have, like if you're on the other side of the road, we've got casing where it's already in the road where you can run the pipe under the road to get to the other side. It has to be available for every house at Lebanon.
What is most of your time spent doing?
Going checking on new construction, getting seeing if they're getting ready to run gas to that, and getting all the paperwork together. So when they call and say that they're ready to get my paperwork to the inspector, so he can go out and check everything, and then once everything's ready, we'll have a crew go out and run the gas service to the house.
Well, there's probably a lot to the gas department that most of us don't know anything about, probably haven't even experienced, especially if we didn't ourselves have it installed. It's just there and available, and and there's a lot we can talk about here. There's a lot to be learned about it. But you've had time. I bet it's been a great experience learning all this.
Oh yes, sir. Like I said, I started in the ditch, installing up to here now, and I've done a little bit of everything. There's always something to learn. I mean, it's never a boring time up there. There's always something you can do, something you can learn to. Maybe you start here and maybe end up here in this position. So there's many positions that you can move to.
Yeah.
Just all different jobs.
Okay. Larry Jones is my guest. It's time for us to take a break, and we'll do that and be back with more here on Coleman & Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota. They have a deal designed to keep you ahead of schedule. Check out the world's #1 selling compact excavator plus 0% financing. It's going on now until the end of the year. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Already starting to bunch up here on 65 southbound at Trinity Lane. All that traffic still flowing down through Madison. Right on schedule, actually, on 65 here at Briley Parkway. Loading up now with more volume out of the Wilson County area coming through Mount Juliet, headed into Hermitage as that builds pretty good on 40 westbound as you come past Central Pike. Hey, when you need dependable towing for your car, big truck, it doesn't matter what county, call STR Towing and Recovery here in Middle Tennessee. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
And now, a moment of silence to remember our dear friend.
Sorry. Oh, man. Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. With a wide range of air conditioners, furnaces, and heat pumps, Rheem makes it easy to feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Financing available through TVA's Energy Right program and your local power company. Call Randy's Heat and Air 237-3604.
Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals on everything you need for your special event. Birthdays, weddings, corporate events, they have you covered. Tables, chairs, tents, linens, dance floor, and so much more. Visit their new showroom in Lebanon at 713 East Main Street in the old Ferguson's building. Find them every day at fiestas.com or on Facebook. Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals that can transform your vision into a beautiful reality. Mention this ad to receive 10% off.
And we continue here on this Thursday morning. Larry Jones is my guest. He's with the Lebanon Gas Department. And approximately how many years you worked there?
I've worked there about 9 or 10.
Yeah.
With about a 7-year break in between.
Okay.
So I'm on I say it's my second tour.
Is the gas department, does it, I guess this may even be a silly question, but I mean, with the influx of people that we have, I'm thinking that you are probably at times extending lines, but also, and with new subdivisions coming in, that sort of thing, but just with more people here that you're growing.
Right, yeah, we, I think they said in 6 months, we've had 500 or 600 new services.
Mm-hmm.
So, or a little more than that. So,
sometimes we do have some problems, and one of the worst case scenarios would be if there is a gas problem where there's an explosion and some damage done. And I mean, I guess there's been times when there's been some fatalities as a result. And I'm sure you're looking at safety all the time. Could you talk a little bit about that? And I mean, yeah, if you have electricity, I mean, there's always you can get electrocuted if you don't. You got to either one of them. You've got to be careful and do what's needed to be safe.
Well, as far as like if you're in your house and you smell gas, you call it in. We have someone on call 24/7. So holidays, weekends, whatever. So they come right out and they check, and if they'll give you the. Don't if you're smelling gas, don't light a flame, don't do this. If it's real bad, you need to open your windows, get out of the house, vent it out, and they'll have people come check it and give you warnings or what to do after that. But a lot of times the main cause of something happening is people dig in without a one call. Mm-hmm. When you call 811. You call 811, all the utilities come out there. You have usually the average is 72 hours to get all your things marked, all your underground utilities and cable, electric, whatever it is out there marked. And that way you know where it's at before you dig. Because we have people that don't call, and then we get a call saying they've hit the gas line. Or they'll call the water, they've hit the water line. Uh-huh. And then you have to go out there and you've got water shooting out of the ground, or you've got gas blowing, and it's all a dangerous situation.
You experienced many of those?
I've been to several of those.
Yeah.
So and some people, you have it marked, and they do the right thing, and they're trying to uncover it with a shovel or something and still hit it, but it's still, it's.
And that number's 811.
811.
And there's no charge for that.
No
right?
charge. Call it and they'll come out. All the utilities have 72 hours, or I think you can call, and if you're going to say, hey, I'm not digging till next week, but I'm going to need it marked. Sometimes you can give them a day or two. If you need to wait a day or two, they'll ask you. They'll ask you all the questions, and you give them, and then they'll put a ticket out for all the locators.
But that's the safe way, and to know where it is. I mean, every once in a while, like you said, you can even have a problem then. But most likely, if you've got that marked, you're going to respect it. It's not going to happen, and that's good for everybody.
Yes, it's always good to know, because it protects you, it protects us, and it protects you. If you don't get it marked, you're going to get charged to get that line, whatever that line is. You're going to get charged to have it fixed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We pay attention. I don't know how much you do, but somebody over there in the gas department pays a lot of attention to the price of natural gas.
Yes.
And that it can fluctuate and to go up and down like everything else. How is gas right now? Do you keep up with that?
I don't keep up with that. That's Chad does that, our manager. And I think it's been at a pretty good price. And when he can get a good deal, he buys it. So that way we've got it sitting there getting it at a good price.
Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about maybe future of this? I mean, we've already established that we're growing. As we grow, the gas department grows. But future growth expected next?
Well, they had a thing on one of the news stations, I think, the other day, that Lebanon is one of the top growing cities in the country.
Right.
So I don't think it's going to stop. It's just, you can just drive down the road anywhere in Lebanon and see new construction, whether it's houses, apartments, or now a lot of that with the commercial stuff coming. So.
Yeah. Larry, how many people in the gas department approximately? You got a number for us there?
50, maybe 40, 50, somewhere around in there.
Yeah. Well, what all do the employees of the gas department do? There's various jobs there.
You've got the ones that, like I said, you have the utility work. You have the crews, which consist of two utility workers, a equipment operator, and a crew leader. We have two crews, two four-man crews. We have people we have a few that do installs meters, checks leaks, We have a guy that goes around and gets readings or comes in, like people moving in, he'll unlock it, make sure everything's lit up. And then we have, the bosses, our bosses, and then you have another guy that does the same work as I do, but he's more on the commercial side. Mm-hmm. Have an inspector and the girls in the office, and there's several different things going on out there. We have our GIS guys, so when they put in a line, we have a guy that comes out and GPSs everything and puts it on our map. So if we can't find something, he can go right out there to it and say, it's right here.
Well, there's a lot to be said about the gas department, but there's a lot that I don't know, and I'm not too adept at even asking intelligent questions. I don't think, because it's something that is totally out there in left field for me, but it's something that is a vital entity of our city. It people heat with gas, people cook with gas, and I don't know what else to do. But
a lot of people now are having, when they have their homes built, they're having outlet put out on their patio where they can hook their griddle or their grill or whatever. They hook it straight into natural gas, and you never have to worry about getting a tank.
Yeah. Well, the future looks good. I think we've established that, and the department is probably going to grow a little bit as we continue to grow here. And we've been dealing with growth for several years. We still are, and it hasn't let up a lot.
No, it's a lot different from when I was installing gas lines.
Yeah. What are some of the differences?
Oh, there's a lot more houses going in.
Yeah, right.
And it's just the equipment changed. Like we used to dig everything with a backhoe, and now you've got the mini X's, the little excavators, and we'd have a trencher, and they do everything with them mini excavators now.
Is all that done quicker?
Yeah, they can dig better. They can get into more tighter places. They're easier to haul. They're a lot more convenient.
Mm-hmm. And you know where our gas? Yeah, this is not your department, but you know where our gas comes from, or is?
Well, we have. I don't know the exact number of how much we have. Our cross country lines come through. If you go down on Leeville Pike, right there where Tucker's Gap comes out, you can see them replacing a lot of those lines. They have those huge pipes that they're replacing. So we have, I think there's 3 of the transmission lines running through. And they're big lines, and that's part of the lines that run across country that bring all the gas to everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're doing a lot of work on there. So
well, let's talk about the fair for a minute here. I guess you've been.
I've been a few times. I was there last night.
Yeah, and the mayor was doing trivia.
Yes, he was doing pretty good. He wasn't doing too bad.
Well, if I get the opportunity, I'm gonna give him a chance to beat me in trivia.
Yeah. Maybe he can get some revenge on the cornhole competition.
What category were you in? And you did the trivia, right?
No. I was just working the booth.
Okay. I got you.
I was just watching him, making sure he was he was doing it right. And
the city's booth is right there behind the Chamber of Commerce information booth.
Yes,
and that's where you find him. If you go through the expo center, it's just right straight ahead there.
You are correct.
Yeah, and by the way, I could mention Mr. Turner, the ventriloquist.
Yes, he's right over there, kind of behind our booth.
Helen and I watched him. I guess it was night before last. He's got a great show.
Yeah,
he is some talent. I'm telling you.
I don't see how them people do that.
And part of it's got to be that he does it all the time. I mean, every day, and he gets plenty of practice. And I think he has 3 shows each night. They're I think this one was about 20 minutes long. But he is so good, and everything is family. Well, the whole fair really is family oriented. But he doesn't have any off-color jokes or no bad language or anything like that. It's totally family friendly and funny.
Oh yeah.
But just to see him operate. Now, he does have his wife there who starts the music up when they need it, but I mean, he's moving his hands, of course, and he's a ventriloquist, but I mean he sings, and I just sat there amazed at his talent the other night.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, you don't want to miss that, and that comes with the price of a ticket. And you got any giveaways there at the city booth?
We're giving away. We have sunglasses and. I don't know, the things you put on them that holds them on your head, and I think got an air conditioned booth in there. You can watch the video that they put together, tells you things going. That's all around Lebanon.
Well, come in and challenge whoever is there in a trivia contest. But if it's the mayor, be sure and go by and give him your best shot. And I'll try to do that as well. Larry Jones, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you again, and we wish you well as you continue to serve the people of Lebanon and the gas department.
Yes, sir. You have a good day.
All right. That's part one of Coleman and Company. We've got more, and hope you'll keep it right here, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways thanks to Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $59.95 up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. 1780 Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
It's heavier than it was 15-20 minutes ago now. Trying to get up through the Antioch area as we check it out live here on 24 westbound at Bell Road, Hickory Hollow Parkway. All that traffic flowing in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County up through Antioch. It's also heavy now on Vietnam Vets, trying to swing onto that ramp to 65 going south, making your way down through the Madison area there on 65 southward. It's going to slow on you there around Trinity Lane. Stein Dental Care in Nashville is offering a $50 new patient exam and consultation now through the end of the month. Call Stein Dental Care in Nashville at 540-0888. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Cedar City RV, your destination for all things camping. Whether you're looking for travel trailers, fifth wheels, or anything in between, Cedar City RV has you covered. We proudly offer top brands like Forest River, Palomino, Rockwood, Coachman, and more. Plus, expert service after the sale to keep you on the road with confidence. Financing is available, making it easier than ever to start your next adventure. Visit us online at cedarcityrv.com or stop by our location at 1102 Sparta Pike in Lebanon to explore new and previously enjoyed models today.
Your Lebanon High football team is back on the field, and we're back in the booth. Join Donald Gann, Joe Gardner, and myself, John Boyce, as the Blue Devils hit the gridiron each week. Lebanon football is brought to you by Bates Ford, Birdine Supply, Fakes and Hooker, Kay Maynard with State Farm Insurance, Kenny Salas and the Salas Realty Group, Lebanon Police Chief Mike Justice, Wilson County Sheriff Robert Bryan, Shannon Speck Electric, Sports World, Rackley Roofing Company, Wilson Bank and Trust, and Lebanon Mayor Rick Bell. The Blue Devils kick off the regular season August 22nd at Nolensville. Pre-game at 6:30, kickoff at 7.
What is your passion? How can you use that passion to enrich your community? Hi, this is Melanie Minter, President and CEO of the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. Your chamber is the resource for making connections to fulfill your passion. Whether education, nonprofit, agriculture, entertainment, or government relations, Wilson County offers a place for you to be involved. Your chamber connects businesses, individuals, and your passion to the community. We have an enthusiasm for excellence. Join us and catch the spirit. Call or visit our office at 149 Public Square in Lebanon.
A mix of sun and clouds today and a bit cooler. Our high will be near 87. A few clouds tonight and pleasant. Overnight lows near 68. Finally, a bit of relief, right? Sunny and a bit warmer Friday with a high near 91. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, and personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm Will Lumley.
We welcome you to part two, Dr. Coleman and Company on a Thursday. And we also welcome Hayden White, who's here representing A.G. & Johnson Realty and Auction. Good morning to you.
What do you say, Coleman?
And let me just say that A.G. & Johnson Realty and Auction has been around since 1977. They're located at 728 West Main in Lebanon. Find them on the website, www.agandjohnson.com, and you can always give them a call, 615-444-0909. Now, the correct way to say that, I think, is to say 0909. But we've been saying 0909.
Yeah, that's because we're from Lebanon. Not Lebanon.
Well, for some people, it's Lebanon.
Lebanon? Yeah, I hail from Lebanon, Tennessee.
Got some friends that, they used to live in Shelbyville, and I said Shelbyville, no, Shelbyville.
Shovel.
Lebanon.
Cairo Bend, Cairo Bend. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you told us last week that because of the Wilson County Fair, Tennessee State Fair, y'all didn't have auction last week. Don't think you have one this week either.
No, sir, we don't.
You're lining them up for the future. And one of the things that you really specialize in at A.G. & Johnson is the auction business. And how many of you there are auctioneers? You and your father are Jay White and Hayden White. Who else?
You got Jim A.G., you got Clay Sanders, Phil Bryant, and Harry Bennett, and Pruitt Jones.
So that's 8
auctioneers. And we've got a lot of great guys that come and help. And we got some that are just a little bit too big to handle. We got a lot of things to get out Saturday morning. We do have a lot of great guys that come and help us out. Ranch Lanham, Red and Blue, of course, Mr. Jerry Dow.
Well, let me ask you this, because you were once a little boy and decided to follow in your father's footsteps. And at what point did you learn to do the auctioneer chant? And did you pick that up, or did you?
I actually won the 2008 state bid calling contest when I was about 11, I guess. That's how long I guess I've been doing it. And then I actually had to go to auctioneer school when I graduated high school. I went on my senior trip. Come back from it, and then I left a day after that to go to Missouri Auction School, and I was there for another 12 days. And I got to meet people from all across the country and even across the world. There was a guy in my class from South Africa and some guys from Canada, and we'd go to class in the mornings from 9 or 10 all the way to 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we either go sit by the pool afterwards or we go to an auction bar and we sell some stuff. But that's how I learned how to talk fast and chant and do this, that, and the other.
Did you pick up on that real quick? Was it difficult? How difficult was it?
Well, we're still trying to teach you, so it was pretty.
Now, this is not about me. I want to know how quick you picked it up.
Every auctioneer is a little different. It just takes time. Just like with any kind of trade, you just got to be behind the mic. And then once you get comfortable being in that scenario, you can start having a little bit more fun with it. You can add some more filler words, and you can just say, hey, now look here, look at me. That's kind of the way it goes. And, the basis of a chant that I learned was $1 bid, now two, would you give me 2? And then it just kind of carried on from there. And then you're going, $10,000, $15,000, out of it $20,000, out of it $20,000, out of it $25,000, out of it $25,000, out of it $25,000, now 30.
It amazes me just to hear that auction chant, and it's just a kind of a different world, really. It's certainly a different occupation.
I was the only person in college that most people have ever met. When I told what I was doing with my life, I said, well, I'm going to be in the real estate business and the auctioneering business. And they looked at me and said, what now? I said, yeah, I'm in the auction business. She said, you sell cattle? I said, no, I sell property.
Well, we've talked a little bit about that this morning, and hopefully our audience is interested in that. I surely was, and we do that to remind people, of course, that you're in the auction business, but you don't. It's not just auctions at A.G. & Johnson. You've got a great number of people who are affiliated with you, and whatever kind of sale you want to have, you got somebody to take care of it for you.
That's right. All sorts of different ages, shapes, and sizes over at A.G. & Johnson.
Well, go to the website, find out more, see some of the people we've been talking about, perhaps at www.agandjohnson.com. And
that's right. We're on there. We're not on Facebook Live there yet, but I guess have you told everybody we're on Facebook Live yet?
Oh yes.
We have. Well, this is the first time I've ever felt like I had to dress up to be on the radio if I'm going to be on Facebook Live.
Well, at least you got your cap on there. Was that?
That's a different auction company I worked for down in Alabama one time. It was a J.M. Woods Auctions.
What's that? Burn the ships?
I don't know. I just like the hat.
Oh. All right. Well, thanks for being with us this morning. And remember, you can always reach the people at A.G. & Johnson, 615-444-0909. And Hayden, we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Coleman.
All right. We're about 22 before the hour. And I'm joined now by Tim Leeper Roofing, Mama's Metal Roofing. He's here. His regular visit to Coleman and Company. And good morning to you after shaking hands and telling Hayden goodbye. How are you?
I'm good. And I do want to say this. Auctions are fun. I enjoy going to those auctions that they have, just for nothing else, to see what some of these plots of land are going for. I really do enjoy going. I've been to a handful that Jay and Mr. Jim has held, and it's a fun Saturday morning.
Well, how would you rate Hayden and his auctioneering expertise?
Hayden's pretty good. He's one of those guys that he always makes it fun, and usually we're auctioning off something, for the Phoenix Ball or one of the other charity auctions, and it's always a good time. So he's a lot of fun. He's got a lot of good suit jackets too.
Right. Well, I do know that if you're a good auctioneer, you get tapped to come and do some of these, and I'm sure he's done his share. What's happening in the roofing business this morning?
Well, we're moving right along, and this has been a wet year for most of the year, and here over the last few weeks we have found that the spigot has turned off, and we've gone from wet to dry. So the yards, if you don't have irrigation, those yards are a little more brown than usual. So and it's no different on the roof. When it stops raining, the leaks slow down. So that's what we're seeing right now. But don't worry. Before Christmas and the holidays, there'll be a mad dash for everybody to get their roofs fixed before the family gets here.
Well, it's the thing about being in the roofing business. I guess there's always going to be a demand for a good roofer. Sometimes it seems we have more, and then there are periods of time maybe we don't have as many. But there are a lot in the roofing business. It seems like right now. You've been around for 20-something years?
I've been doing this for about 30 years. I've had my own company for about 20 of those years.
Okay. Well, that's you got your feet wet and knew what you wanted to do before you actually went into business for yourself. But you learned a lot in those 10 years, didn't you?
I did. I learned, and you don't have to know everything. You just know how to treat people right. You know how to take care of their roofs, and everything else will just fall into place.
Yeah. What's a big thing right now?
We're doing a fair amount of metal roofs. It's hot, for metal roofing, but that's part of the job. One day I woke up and said I was going to be a roofer, and so I have to deal with those things: hot metal roofs and wet days. When we're out in the on roofs in the rain trying to find leaks. I mean, sometimes that's the best time to find them. And so I picked the wrong career if I wanted a comfortable job.
But you have quite a bit of help. You're not out as much as you once were doing the physical stuff yourself. You're doing probably more paperwork and more phone calls and maybe more driving to locations or whatever.
Probably doing more networking now, and so when somebody calls me, I connect them to which company we have, if it's metal related or if it's shingle related, or even commercial roofs, flat roofs, and we do all of those things. So I'm more of a networker now, and I'm just, I do my nonprofit as well as the businesses, and I basically just steer people to the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know we want to talk about the Rotary Club at the Wilson County Tennessee State Fair this morning. Have you done a shift there yet?
Oh man, I had almost 15 hours in before the fair started. We closed Monday night after the farm to table dinner. We went to farm to table dinner, and I came back and we closed the booth. Sue Ann worked from Tuesday start to finish. So she opened and closed, and then yesterday we cooked for the fair board, which is around 260 hamburgers, and we got finished probably about 4:30, and then I will close. She's going to come in with me Friday, and we'll open and close on Friday. So we'll have close to 30 hours by the time we're done with the fair booth. Now we'll say this: I had my first Rotary cheeseburger yesterday, and it's everything that I remembered it was. I put 3 layers of pickles on it. and then I put my cheese and ketchup and mustard, and that's all I need. But 3 layers of pickles is essential.
Well, attendance at the fair is down a little bit. In fact, the only time we've had an increase in attendance was last Friday, second day of the fair. Every other day it's been off a little bit, and a couple of times it's been off quite a bit. But well, really, just one time. The time that we've had the biggest negative attendance was Sunday. And that was off just over 37,000 compared to last year. Other times it's been a lot less. But we haven't had the increase each night except on Friday. I think we've got to say that it's because of the weather. The hot weather has kept some people from coming to the fair. Thanks for the question. So I say all that to ask you, how has your business still been pretty good at the Rotary booth?
It's been steady, but I'll say this. You have to think, last year was a record year. It had about 750,000 people. So if we're 50,000 or 57,000 down, whatever the number was, you have to think we're still on a trajectory to still be at 200,000 more than year 2023, which was 500,000. So our trajectory is still good. We might be down a little bit. Every year's not a record year. Well, I can say that from being in business.
It's a little cooler already this morning. I think this is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 more days, and I'm going to predict that we're going to be closer to last year all 3 of these days.
Yeah, it's been nice. This morning I woke up and I walked outside, and it reminds me of why I love that fall weather, because you can smell the cool air even before you feel it.
Tim Leeper is with us. We're going to take a break right here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank Absolute Kubota. They have a deal designed to keep you ahead of schedule. Check out the world's #1 selling compact excavator plus 0% financing. It's going on now until the end of the year. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Watching it get a little bit heavier, working your way up through Williamson County right now on 65 northbound up through Spring Hill. It's crowded 65 south at Trinity Lane. Building pretty good through the Kingston Springs area. Watching that traffic build coming in from Dixon County right now on I-40 going eastbound as you work your way towards Bellevue there in West Nashville. Hey, Princess Hot Chicken on display at the Wilson County State Fair. Be sure to stop by the food truck and try some Princess Hot Chicken. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Hey, this is Paul with Bates Ford. Come visit our location at 1780 Franklin Road. We have over 300 vehicles to choose from, a state-of-the-art service department, free pickup and delivery. You can visit us on the web at www.tonybatesford.com or give us a call at 615-444-8221. That's Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road, the dealer that will trade for anything that don't eat.
Are you thinking about buying a new home? Let A.G. & Johnson assist you with your new home search. From the first-time home buyer to the empty nester, we are experienced in all facets of the home buying process. We will be with you every step of the way. No matter if you are buying, selling, downsizing, or upsizing, we can assist you with your real estate needs. Call us at 615-444-0909 or find us online at agandjohnson.com or Facebook A.G. & Johnson Realty. A.G. & Johnson is your community's trusted realty and auction company.
We continue here on a Thursday morning. Thanks for joining us. Coleman and Company featuring Tim Leeper Roofing, Mama's Metal Roofing, and we just talk about whatever kind of comes to mind each time. Try to include a little roofing, a little bit of your public service ventures, and whatever's happening in the world or whatever. But we make it through each time. What else? What else is on your mind this morning?
Well, we did a couple of things, and you
brought me a cup, and I've got an idea you want to talk. It says "End private prisons in Tennessee," and so are Court Civic.
Yes,
you've we know how passionate you are about all of this because of what happened to your family, your son, and the terrible experience over there, and you've. Honestly, you beat the drums and made a little noise here for a year or so.
Yes, sir. And that's something that I'll continue to do. In my full-time endeavor is this nonprofit, the Kylan's Light. We've got a Corrections Town Hall event coming up at Cumberland University, and we're going to be in Baird Chapel. We'll have a couple of state senators and state representatives and the former TDOC commissioner, and we're going and Terry Ash is going to be on there with us as well. We'll have a good round table. And we're going to talk about some of the issues with privatization, but we're also going to talk about reentry, because you can't just focus on one thing when you realize that there's more things that need to be looked at. For example, these men who are coming back from incarceration, what kind of condition are they coming back into our communities to live amongst our children and grandchildren? And if we don't have people who are well adjusted, who had classes and impulse control and anger management, and that's just the tip of the spear. But if we don't have those opportunities for them, then they're basically just being warehoused in an area. And we want people coming back more well-adjusted, because we don't want them going back into our prison systems. That costs us money. Wouldn't it be nice if we could do something with them and they could come back out and be, the fathers that they need to be, and reconcile their relationships with their family, and, have a job where they could self-sustain. And so that's the ultimate goal, I think, of incarceration. Somewhere along the way, we have lost our way there.
You're almost, in some cases here, Tim, you're talking about almost a 180-degree swing. I mean, it's nothing, at least that's my perception, that it's nothing like what you're talking about. You're there, you survive, if you survive, and hopefully do, and get out. But if you haven't had... there's probably a lot of bitterness and resentment that can build up during a stay in prison if you've been mistreated, as some of the stories we hear, been abused, whatever. You get out and nothing to prepare you for the outside world. Remember this movie, Shawshank Redemption, and one of the guys had been in prison nearly all of his life. He gets out, he can't adjust, and he winds up committing suicide in the movie. And that's probably very true to life. How to do all this, though, is going to take some money, and probably more money, quite a bit more than is being appropriated for prisons right now. What about that?
Well, I'm not sure that it does take quite a bit more money.
Really?
We have a $1.5 billion with a B dollar budget for the Tennessee Department of Corrections and for prison in our state, and that's an astronomical number. But it reflects the way that we view criminal justice in our state. We want to lock everybody up for all the things, and rather than looking and saying, okay, most people are coming into incarceration. I've talked to some assistant district attorneys, and they tell me most people are coming into incarceration through two means: through substance abuse issues, or they're medicating an issue, from a mental health issue that is not corrected. So mental health and substance abuse. And I like that we have a drug court, but there are times that I wish that we could reappropriate some of that $1.5 billion to our communities for the substance abuse issues. And I've actually talked with Cedars Recovery in Mount Juliet. They also have a location here. And, we're going to work together and do some things and begin to have the conversation about substance abuse and incarceration and how those two correlate.
Well, this is something the legislature, the legislative part of our government and the executive part have to deal with. This is not so much a judicial thing, but I mean, the money has to be appropriated. The governor has to be on board more or less, and I don't know how many people really want to work in a prison. I mean, I'm trying to imagine myself as a member of the legislature or even the governor, and have this problem. You know that it's there. You know that some things need to be done, but it's something it's easy to put it on the back burner, pass it down the road, maybe somebody else will deal with it. We've got so many other things that claim our attention as well. We've got roads that need to be built. We've got problems in our schools that need to be dealt with. We've got to make sure that we stay on budget, and nobody wants a tax increase. I mean, all these things has got to cross the legislator's mind. And so, I mean, it's easy for me to understand why something like the prisons, unless there's somebody out here making a lot of noise like you're trying to, it's easy to put that on the back burner, right?
It is, and it's a daunting task, and you're right about that. But here's the thing. If you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. And I feel like that the budget that we spend currently is enough to manage the problems. They just need some new leadership and new vision in the Tennessee Department of Corrections. And I said what I said because I'm in it. I've watched it firsthand. I've watched the thought process from a punitive mindset and putting people, warehousing them away rather than dealing with some of the issues. Why are we here? So if you take somebody that has some answers and some energy and momentum to do some of these things, when I go to a legislator's office, I don't go there to just complain. I go there with two solutions, for just about everything that I have in mind. Now, take my solution, take my ideas, take other people's ideas, kick them around, make them the best idea that the state can use. I don't care who gets the credit, but we have to do better than what we're currently doing because what we're doing is just not working, so we have to stop repeating it.
Well, there's another mindset that we might address a little bit. There are people who will say, well, prison shouldn't be a Taj Mahal. They've done wrong. They need to pay for their crime, and we don't need a great hotel motel situation for them. They let them know a little bit about hard times, and I can understand that up to a point, but it doesn't solve the problem.
Sure. We're not talking about having better mattresses or warmer or cooler facilities. We're talking about, not being stabbed, not being raped or sexually assaulted or extorted. Those are the things we're addressing. We're not even addressing the prison conditions, but men speaking the language of respect. And if you tell a man that he can get better and he has an opportunity to do a different thing with his life, then he will believe you. And he will follow through on that. And if you give them the chance, they will take it. Now, are there people in our prisons that should never walk among us? Are there people in our prisons that should never, be in our society because they can't behave and they have mental issues that they just can't be dealt with? Or like the movie Shawshank Redemption, they have become institutionalized. Yes, there are, but there are a vast number of people that can still be salvaged, and we can't look at people who are going into our carceral system as the throwaways of society. That's all we're saying. We don't need thicker mattresses. We don't need better blankets, but we do need rehabilitative opportunity. I don't think that's too much to ask.
All right, you've got we showed this in private prisons in Tennessee in Core Civic on one side. The other side is kylanslight.org, and we might mention that website. What all you got on that? Kylans, KYLANS light.org. What you got there?
Yeah, so that's just where we house some of our videos. And, when we were going through our legislation process, it's got a video of my testimony on there. And, I want people to know a couple of things. This is not about me. This is me sharing my son's story because he can no longer share it. And I also would say that I'm not doing this apology tour for people who have done criminal behavior. That's not what we're doing. We're not even saying that they should not be in the carceral system. What we're saying is they just need better opportunities to get better while they're in there. You have a captive audience, no pun intended when I say that. Why not use it to make them better, and everybody benefits? It's safer for the people in our communities when these people come out more well-adjusted.
All right, we got about 2 minutes left here this morning. I'll mention your phone number again, Tim Leeper Roofing at 615-372-4713, and call Tim and tell them your problem, and you've helped a lot of people over the years.
Saying you make me sound like a therapist, but I can fix roofing problems for sure.
Well, I have waited till now to, and I hope she is listening and will hear this, but pretty special day for my wife, Helen, today. She has reached the 80 mark. So happy birthday, Helen Walker, 80 years old today.
Well, happy birthday, Miss Helen.
You, like a lot of people, she is known to a lot of somewhat younger people as Miss Helen now.
That's right. That's how we were raised, Miss Helen.
Oh, well, I guess we can close with another plug for our concession stands at the fair. It's mostly been Rotary this morning, but I will mention, I haven't mentioned the veterans. They need your help, too, and they've got a food booth in an area there. Of course, there's a Lions Club, there's a 4-H Chicken Shack, and the Rotary Club, which you've had a big part in doing, you and Sue Ann and a lot of Rotarians.
Well, I'm just an overpaid helper out there, but I don't mind. It's for a good cause.
Yeah, and a lot of scholarship money, a lot of other things that Rotary is well known for. You're patronizing this helps them get along with what they do.
Yes,
all right.
sir.
Well, that's going to do it for Thursday, and I hope you'll join us tomorrow for the Friday edition. And until then, I wish you a tremendous day.